Donald Trump wants some kind of leadership position for Lara Trump, and he's getting a little bit of flack from Ron DeSantis. Welcome to John Mike Keene. This is about, does Trump have a strong enough mandate to appoint Lara Trump? And then we're going to go into a little bit more of how the Democrat Party is not learning anything in the aftermath of the biggest loss of modern time.
Ron DeSantis doesn't want Lara Trump to be, or better said, the Senate pick, not because he dislikes Lara Trump, but he is one of these guys who believes in certain forms and certain sensibilities. He has certain sensibilities. And one of them is that Lara Trump hasn't been here long enough and she hasn't earned it.
Ron DeSantis has a little bit of pushback apparently against Lara Trump. What do you guys think? I think Trump is going to absolutely steamroll him and get his pick because he has such a mandate.
President, a majority of Americans, 54%, say they expect him to do a good job as president. And we asked specifically, do you have confidence in all of these areas about how Trump will perform and his ability to handle it and his leadership skills, his what he intends to use his power for, whether that'll be responsibly not, a bit lower. But again, all of this is majority support. So
I'm just going to pick out real quick this one point on that poll. Appointing the best people, he has 54%. That is a majority. That is a huge majority as far as to the general public. That's why Trump's going to get his way. And Lara Trump, I believe, is absolutely going to have a position of leadership. And that's going to be stronger than Ron DeSantis, in my view. I don't think Ron DeSantis wants to start a fight over this one.
But there's no way to pick her without feeling that, because she just moved to the state and there's people who are more
so
qualified.
I'm going to give away the game.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to blow a story of mine, which I was planning to write. And when Lara Trump expressed interest in filling that soon-to-be empty seat, there are a lot of scary people in MAGA world, or as I call them in this piece, the MAGA dogs. You don't want to run afoul of the hounds of hell here.
He calls us the hounds of hell, but yeah, you do not want to cross MAGA. That's one thing that Ron DeSantis is not going to do. I don't care how popular or how good of a job he's doing in Florida. I predict Lara Trump is going to get an appointment. A rundown over at the New York Times with a bunch of the press, Jason Miller, who's Trump's number one man.
But I would say when you look at where he is now in 2024 versus 2016, this is an entire different level of organization and preparedness for a new administration. I would make the case that we've never seen an administration ever come into day one ready to go like President Trump is.
He's talking about the new way that Trump is going to hit the ground running. He goes through all of these appointments, all of these things that he's doing that show his leadership is in place. And the Democrats are so stuck on stupid. Look what they bring up here.
He has a chief of staff that's in place. They have executive orders. They're ready to go on day one. President Trump is ready to hit the ground running. But also, I'll make a critical point.
Also got a playbook, Project 2025 playbook, 900 pages.
They're back on Project 2025 playbook, you imbeciles. This is our media. This is with top leadership of the Democrat Party for journalism. They're still trying to do Project 2025. That's a symbol that they're not going to learn. And guys, remember, it's good if they don't learn. Here's again, this is that top donor lady for the Democrat Party saying they did not learn anything.
I was on the call and I, on the one hand, couldn't believe what I was hearing. But then secondly, on the other hand, this is just so par for the course and right on brand. No one took any responsibility.
That's Lindy Lee, who's a fundraiser for the Democrat Party, who cannot believe how disrespectful and unprofessional the Kamala Harris campaign is to their donors. Lindy Lee was furious that they lied to the donors, saying that Kamala Harris was ahead, and they were using it just to bilk these people out of tens of millions of dollars. And Lindy Lee is stuck holding the bag.
And I don't want to be saying this. I just know that if I don't, everything's going to continue and the status quo will continue. And the consultants who made tens of millions of dollars fleecing the campaign while losing so decisively to Trump will just move on to the next campaign like nothing ever happened.
Lindy Lee knows they're not learning, guys. This is, I'm going to go into a lot of this on will the liberals change after their resounding defeat? Will they change one item on their platform? Will they actually learn anything?
The call was very self-congratulatory. Everyone is patting themselves on the back for I'm not sure what, since we lost all 7 swing states.
That's what an election is for. And the Kamala Harris campaign is talking about what a great job they all did.
There was no sense of analysis or introspection or even humility. A lot of people on the call gave everything. They gave everything.
You got burned. Hopefully next time they'll be way more reluctant to give anything to the Democrat Party.
I have a duty of care to my donors, to stand up for them and to ask where all the money was, where all the money went. Because right now, as far as we know, millions went to celebrities, 2.5 went to Oprah, $500,000 went to Al Sharpton right before he interviewed Kamala Harris. I mean, it's just a boondoggle.
It's a boondoggle. That's a fundraiser, basically calling the Democrat Party a ripoff organization. I don't want their draconian, totalitarian, evil power to ever be able to raise its head again. I don't believe in showing them mercy and letting them up easy. I want to keep them held down, pushed down, and silenced for as long as possible because they're evil. I'm John Mike Keene.